Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hopefully good, because it's the third one in the series. And it is, it's a story of a wimpy kid. This one is the last straw. Yeah. I don't know, these were just okay. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Hello. Anyway, this is Greg. This is Riley. And we're going to be talking, and we've already done the first one, Diary of a Kid, and the second, Diary of a Kid, Roger Rules. And now we're on to the third one. And the next one is going to be, Diary of a Kid, Dog Days. After that, one I've been trying to do, which is the truth. I'm probably going to give up on that one, because that one's really, the download for that one, and this is really bad, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's also these, which I don't really care about. And Diary of a Kid 6, this is old, yeah. I'm going to be talking about Greg's and Riley's relationship in all the books. Mainly that, sometimes also other stuff. Yeah. Like, the last one was, I'm pretty sure I actually managed to do that pretty short. Yeah. But I just didn't do it then any of this here. Because this didn't work. I finally found out how it works. Yeah, so anyway. Now then. Yeah. Okay, so this is the first time I see Riley and Greg. They're trying to go to school and take the bus, but it's rezoned. Which is not good for them, because that means they have to walk. Yeah. And yeah, the bus where and the street where the bus got rezoned to is the street where the kids where the kids are, that they always did this too. So yeah, they're being back. So this idiot, he just makes up stories. It's literally in my class. I know someone who's exactly like that. I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, obvious, because I know that it's not true. Yeah. Yeah. So he wants to try it out. He wants to make a hole about like 10 feet deep with Greg, a shovel. In winter with him in the ground in the garden, to make it, like basically 10 feet deep until they can jump that high. And then we're going to start digging. Remember winter? Remember frozen ground in winter? You see that, yeah? Yeah, so they barely make a dent. So, yeah. So, Greg came up. Yeah, so Greg came up. So, Greg came up with a genius idea called time capsule. Yeah. And he wants Roundly to put in some of this stuff, and also Greg to prove to him that he's also contributing. He threw in his own money. Yeah. Oh yeah, but he did this hoping that those $3 would be a lot. Yeah, well, it was a lot, and the time travel back and reward him. So yeah. So left this note and said, time capsule. And also even said, do not owe till time travel as possible. which is going to be never. So, yeah. That is through the series, you know that's definitely going to be opened. There's no way that's staying there. That big hump. Nah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. So, Greg asked his mum to actually drive him and Riley to school, but he wanted her to drop him off behind the school because of this. Dang, now we always know why Greg's a real big softie. Yeah. Yeah. So, look. Thing is, Greg has his lunch. Yeah, but in this one, thing is, he didn't forget his lunch, but he completely forgot his backpack. And it was today he was going to go to the gym. She did not put him in his old class. Yeah, at a very good position with them. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, Greg and Rowley also decided to make a joke. Yeah. And, yeah. And, Corey goes, so here's asking Rowley to take him up the hill. And he's giving the idea that if this was there, it would be much easier to get up the hill and down the hill as well. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Greg and Rowley, I think, yeah, are gonna have. I think, yeah, one second. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. So, these guys, I think, are having, just hanging around at Greg's house, and they got caught by Roderick working in his room. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah. And Greg is so desperate to get snacks for someone eating them, and he needs his sugar. Yeah, that he's digging up that. Yeah. And I mean, and yeah, just for the money, yeah. And you can see as well, like, and now he gets the video game. He did want in the other book, yeah. So, yeah, great, but also, yeah, great, but also not okay, great. So, yeah, so. So it turns out he was his dad. Yeah. Yeah, so the school dance is going to come up. Yeah. And Greg and Riley wanted to make a good appearance, but yeah, that's not going to work like that. I said, look, Riley isn't in this picture, but you can see Greg, the dance thingy. And for doing this for a bunch of middle schoolers is not going to be dance. It was literally just this stuff. And if you didn't want to go, you just sat around wasting attention. Yeah. So you were yes. Yeah, and these two well, just did it like, hell no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, but then as someone said, and it was 20% of the PE grade. PE grade. I'm like, come on. Yeah, so there were a bunch of dummies doing that, but Greg was smart and did this, but idiots like these came up, and dude, they're not good looking. Yeah, and they're so stupid. Yeah, and they just copied him. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Obviously, the girls were doing their own thing, so Greg was trying to do it towards Holly. So this dingus shows up. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, and another dance wasn't great, but Greg did get something, and that was from Rowley, which is kind of sweet. So, yeah. So Greg and Riley told Greg that the girls are gonna have a summer party, and he and Zosa wants to be there. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So Greg and Riley are gonna sleep over at Riley's. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna So they're gonna not at Riley's house, but at a friend's house. Yeah, yeah. His friend's house from Granada. Yeah, yeah. Which meant but. And they just had like bunch of that. So Greg just went down there. He could have escaped as well. Yeah, but that didn't happen. Anyway, yeah. So Greg did a great thank on that last on April's 1st, and convinced Rowley that a man in the standing the urinal was a famous star, and Rowley tried to get his autograph. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So Greg's dad once, after meeting that really rude teenager who then went missing, but apparently went to Spag Union. Military school. And Greg's dad wants to send him there. Spag Union. So and Greg doesn't want that whatsoever. So Greg and Rowley signed up for the Scouts. But Rowley got a splinter while cutting wood. So they asked this go ahead, and they're allowed to do the soap. So Greg came up with this and said it was a sheep. And then you're supposed to do the second thing, just turn it upside down and do the chant. And this guy fell for it. So so Greg and Riley were happy for that. Oh, so that did not be great for Greg. So So Greg is pretty sure he's gonna go to Spag Union, but he wants to make some memories with it before that. So he plans to go to this cleaning ring. Because he heard it there. Because he overheard Holly tell a couple of her friends she's gonna go there and meet them. So Greg went with Rowley there. Riley dressed up like some guy out of the 1980s. But Greg thing is Greg lost one of his contact lenses, which meant he couldn't see. So he had to wear these goofy glasses. And Greg's mom was doing the chances, and telling So anyway, Greg didn't really get what he wanted, and was mad, and this ruined the mood for Rowley as well. But so Rowley now calls himself Slick. Rowley now Slick. So they're doing this. They're gonna do this. The yearbooks signing. And Riley signed Greg's, but it was just Riley and who's now calling himself Slick, because singing around someone's locker, and he said to Riley, "You need to get away." And this is what Holly though wrote to Greg. And Katie, which means yeah, which means keep in touch. So yeah. But for Riley, she wrote this: adorable, funny, stay cute. Oh, yeah, Greg wasn't that happy, so he tried to copy Riley's handwriting and yeah, to put it down. And so, sorry. You see, sometimes girls can really be annoying, but yeah. So yeah, anyways, yeah. So it's also true that not that heartbreaks or anything, but I've experienced that girls in my class are really so annoying, like really annoying. Oh, and so there's only one girl in our class who can actually play football, which is really useful when we've got a football tournament coming up. Yeah. So anyway, Greg doesn't have to go. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. So yeah. So Greg's living off a tree to grab this, the present, yeah, and but he had to wear, yeah, but he had to wear Roderick, yeah, and but he slipped, yeah, was just hanging there, yeah, yeah, and the pants came loose because he was wearing Roderick's pants, because of dumb Manny. No one likes him. Still, no one likes him. I never liked him. If anybody, yeah, I really wish he was out of the comics. He's so annoying. Because so many times, I mean, it would make sense. It doesn't make sense for Manny, but he's so annoying. I just don't want any of him in the comic. Because it's like, I just want to punch Manny. It's like so dumb. I want to punch him like the punching bag I've got in this room right now. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so they slimmed down because there were two sizes New Ming, and because they're trying to get the grandpas on America's Funniest Family, which is why they think and try and get adults to make themselves look silly to get the child off, blah blah blah. Yeah, and he's even wearing his Wonder Woman underwear because he didn't really have anything laundry. Yeah, so that pants, and it was hanging there. Yeah, yeah. So they're probably gonna get the grand prize. Yeah, but his father thinks he faked it. Yeah. So Greg just, yeah, but Greg was hoping he'd also come back. Yeah, which also managed. Yeah. The thing is, he was supposed to leave at 8, but he woke up at 11. And I mean, yeah, which mean he owed a thing. Yeah. 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 Yeah, because Greg thinks he thought he owed him. So yeah. So anyway, what do you think? Yeah. So Greg just does some push-ups and sit-ups every now and then. Yeah. So he went up to Rowley's and forgot some holidays and to Rowley's and said he didn't have to go to Spaggy at all, but he forgot to tell him all about it. And Rowley didn't know. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. So he just went inside and played game. Even though, remember, Rowley doesn't have Twisted Wizard anymore. Does not make sense. Yeah, or maybe it was just Twisted Wizard 1. I don't know. Pretty sure it's Twisted, yeah. But the parents kicked them out, got the popsicles, and sat on the go. Yeah. Hugh. Seriously, man. Yeah. It was new. Introduced herself as she just moved in down the street. Both thought, yeah, and yeah. But I thought, because Rowley, yeah, family belongs to a country club, and he had to bring 2 guests for every day. Yeah, so yeah. And he was thinking this could work out for him. Yeah. Yeah. So he invited her, but again, by the way, just so you know, was he dancing? Look at this. This is a reference to was that coming? I skipped over it. Anyway. Anyway, you had to write a 4-page paper, yeah, on chimps. Yeah. And basically, yeah. And obviously, first of all, Big doesn't understand them. They don't speak English and stuff, yeah. And, yeah, so, yeah. But, well, it looks like I'm out of paper, so I guess this is, yeah, so I guess this is the end. Big bold letters, so yeah. Pretty nice. So, yeah. Yeah, but that's a reference to this. So, I like that reference, yeah. Yeah, because it's exactly, because this book's now, exactly, it's exactly page 17. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, you can read this if you yeah. Already done Diary when we get and Roderick Rules as well. So next one will be yeah. What will actually next one be? Oh yeah, Dog Days. Yeah. Harry Potter. It's a new set of title dominating the bestsellers. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. Standard Hero. Big hit with reluctant readers and anyone looking for a funny book. Scholarly Journal. Andy has yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, times. You get it. You see this stuff, you can also this is a bit about it. This is book, yeah. And but yeah. I guess you can already see this is 1. Yeah, this is recording 1, not yeah. It's 2 and 3. Actually 2, so I'll try and get this together. This is recording 1, this is recording 2 until half it 2 part 1, 2 part 2, and this now will be recording 3. So yeah. Woohoo! Oh, so the fish tank, my mother's just got a water sample is going off to get checked. It's now perfect temperature to soon put fishes in, so woo! Cool. And anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye. Yeah.